All right. Good morning and welcome to Playtime with Leah. I don't know how much she's going to play. We have walked, let's see, let me pan around here. So our house is up there behind the big silver barn. And so it's a good hike for us. Yesterday we came up here and she, just trotting along kind of like she's doing right now. And then she suddenly broke into the zoomies, just racing as hard and fast around here as she could. And then she would boing, like kind of try to hop through the taller grass. I was hoping she would do it today so I could get a video, but we'll see. I had some questions on Instagram saying, tell us all about her. Where did she come from? All that good stuff. So I wanted to share that. This is going to be a terrible video. I am going to be showing you grass. Come on, Leah, come here, come here. Come say hi. There we go. Oh, and here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yes, you're a good girl. You are such a sweet girl. No lick. We're teaching no lick. Good girl. Good girl. So she came from a place up in Hayden, Idaho called Second Chance Pet Rescue. Now, if I'm understanding it correctly, she was part of a group of dogs at an overcrowded shelter in southern Utah. Well, not southern Utah. I wouldn't say that. I would say mid-Utah, middle Utah. But she came from Utah, and she's probably close to 8 months now. She's maybe 7 to 8 months old. Come here. Yes, we want you to run and smile. Yes, we like the smiles into running. That's very good. So Second Chance Pet Rescue took in her and I think some other dogs too from this overcrowded shelter in Utah. And she came up here, I don't know. I don't have the timing right. And so I might be saying things that are wrong, but rough estimate, she was at Second Chance Pet Rescue for 5 weeks, I guess, when I saw her. And she's been spayed. She's had all of her shots. All that stuff was done. I was really, really impressed with this rescue place. They make sure that these dogs are going to go to good homes. I mean, I had to fill out a lot of paperwork. They called my vet to make sure Nicholas was vaccinated, all that kind of stuff that needs to happen so that they're not putting the dogs into bad situations. Yeah, she's there. Leah! Come on, Leah. Come on. Yeah, I don't know what's under there, so you should stay out here where I can see you and everybody can look at you and say, oh, she's so cute. Because she is. She's so cute. Leah, come on. Let's go over here. So, yes, came from Utah. She's between 7 and 8 months old. And we are guessing, they listed her as Border Collie, or Border Collie possible cross with Australian cattle dog. And then I had somebody online look at a picture of her and say, I think she's a chocolate healer. And there are red and blue healers. The Australian cattle dogs are also called healers. They are, the red and blue varieties are standard. The chocolate healers, it's like a recessive gene that pops up. And the reason they think that she's chocolate healer is because her nose is brown and not black, and her eyes are gold and not brown. And so I was, looking at all those pictures going, oh my gosh, and look at the ears, they look just like her. But like I said, the guy, no, actually I hadn't said that yet. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I contacted a gentleman up in Cheney, Washington, who's going to be training her and me on how to get her to be a sheepdog. And I showed him pictures and he said, no, she could be a border collie. And then he sent me a bunch of pictures of purebred border collies that don't look anything like border collies. So he said, you just never know. The DNA results will be interesting, obviously. So, hi. Hello, big ears. She's all the better to hear you with, Mommy. Let's see. So yes, in the new year, we're going to be doing stock dog training up in Cheney, Washington. And he said we have to wait till she's a little older. Growth plates, bones, all that kind of stuff. It's hard work and they need to be out of their puppy phase. Everything has to be secure in their little bodies, and that's cool. In the meantime, we're going to be going to a place locally called Tail Wagon Adventures, and we're going to learn. We're going to work on the stuff that she doesn't know, or the stuff that she does know that she doesn't do very well. Work on me to know how best to communicate with her, to get her to do what I want her to do. And just overall puppy training. They also offer agility training, and I'm kind of tempted to do that too, but it might be too much to do both agility and herding. We'll see what she likes doing. I'm not going to push her. I'm not going to force her to be a sheepdog. Yes, it would be really handy if I had a dog that could round up the sheep when I needed it, but I basically need that twice a year for shearing, so it's not the end of the world if she doesn't become a sheepdog. I basically want her to have a job/hobby that she enjoys that allows her to run off all this energy. I brought her up here yesterday, and it was the first time. And then later on, a couple hours later, I didn't see where she was because she's usually right on my feet. And she had gone into her kennel and fallen asleep. She slept for like an hour and a half. Come on. Come here. There you go. Look at you jump. Look at you. Oh my goodness. Yes. You're such a nice girl. So, her name is Leah. That's the name. That's not really the name. That's the name I got her with. Her original name was Leaf, but the gal at Second Chance misread the forms, and so just started spelling it and calling her Leah. And you know what? That's what she's used to. Leah it is. I don't care. Once a dog knows their name, I'm not gonna change it. Although if I were going to change it, I would probably change it to Merida, because she's a redhead. Yes, and she's probably part Border Collie, so she's kind of Scottish too. Okay, I'll try to spare you all the baby talking that I do with her. So anyway, Miss Leah, probably close to 8 months old, probably Border Collie, Australian cattle dog cross of some kind. Very healthy, very, very smart. She has learned some commands with me already. She knows up on the deck, and she knows slow down, because our deck gets icy and wet, and then it's really slippery. The whole thing needs to be replaced. And the first time she took it, she slid on the steps and it scared her. So we started working on slow down up on the deck, and she knows exactly what I'm saying. It's like awe-inspiring. It's amazing. I don't have the right adjectives to use to describe what it's like to see a dog this smart and to work with them. And I know that the whole world is just going to, that world of seeing her intelligence is going to open up when we start doing training. Oh, anyway, she's a good girl. Doesn't cry in her kennel at night. I was afraid of that because she is so clingy. She's, wants to know where we are all the time. But she understands. She knows that's bedtime, and then knows that we'll come let her out in the morning. So anyway, that's our Miss Leah, and we are really, just really, really grateful and happy to have her in our lives. All right, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, give me a shout. Bye-bye.